Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone. Gnarlo, good boy. We're down here at the south gate of Bree. We were just getting ready to head out into the wilderness and continue on our expedition. But first we're going to check what the I've Got Mail icon here is saying for us. So we'll go take a quick peek inside of the mailbox. And we have a message from the party planner. So let's take a look at what it says. Full is upon us. You have been summoned to participate in the many events taking place this season. You'll certainly want to look into the Ale Association and see how the Inn League has answered. Everyone is fighting over which faction to support, for the competition is fierce. A happy summer to you, Opal Goodbody. So we will go ahead, take a look inside our pack back and see what the actual message itself says. Dear Gnarlo, you are invited to join in the events of this year's Lithe Festival. There's much to do and so little time. The Inn League has grown, but only in response to some rather unfriendly competition from the Ale Association, which is the new faction of the dwarves. Do not forget to visit the Taste of Hobbiton or the Thorns Hall keg race. There's also fishing in Bywater, but I do not wish to spoil it all for you. Come to the party tree and I will give you a better explanation myself. Sincerely, Opal Goodbody. So we go there and she will give us some summer festival tokens. Alright. Well, we are definitely going to be taking a look at the summer festival. However, after the disappointment that I felt over the Farmers Festival, we're not going to rush there right away. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to continue along, see if we can't finish up some of these quests we have over here, and see if that's going to get us going toward completing the next step of the epic line, and seeing if we can't get Candace to reveal to us where Radagast the Brown is at. So we are going to continue on along there. The Summer Festival, we would definitely be doing an episode or two on it, but it won't be a standalone thing. It'll be added in and won't be taking the place of any of the regular episodes here. So we're going to continue on along, and once we get out to the Forsaken Inn, we will be rejoining you. And here we are at the Forsaken Inn. I don't know why I want to keep calling it the Forlorn Inn. I think it's a combination of keep thinking about you got the for part, and then you've got the Lone Lands, and then I keep thinking the Bertram Chandler book Forlorn Lady, and it just kind of combines in together, and y'all kind of lucky I get anywhere close to remembering what the actual name of the inn is. Alright, we've got several quests to finish up here, so we've got 4 of them in our tracker. I'm going to take a quick look here and see what we can add in on it. Oh, we'll leave off of the list since we're not going to be actually continuing that at the moment. Same down here, Circling Eyes of the Enemy. It's got the check mark. We're ready to hand it in to Candace, so we don't actually have to have it up either. Let's see, we got Fluffing of the Pillows. That we could do. And Goblin, let's see, Goblin Exiles. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that up, and that will help remind us of what we need to do as well. Now, it's actually kind of surprising how many of these quests we can do without getting too far away from the Forsaken Inn here. Just a short distance to the rear of it, here along this old dry riverbed, and we'll get the opportunity to try and remember what our buttons are for. It's been a while since I played them. I'm looking for, I know I've got one, the ability that lets us throw a stone, but I can't seem to find it right now. So let's see if we can't do it the old-fashioned way and see if we can't sneak up. Try to burgle them first, which is unsuccessful. And see if we can't just take them off. And my surprise worked really well. I seem to have knocked at least half of his points off in my first part of my attack. So that was very good. And down he goes. Alright. So we're getting some very needed items for completing some of our quests. And we are going to continue along here and see what else we can find to complete us along this journey. Right back here, as I said, just a short distance behind the Forsaken Inn. We should be able to find some boars in this area as well. And I thought I saw some more goblins out this way also. I can certainly understand why it is that they're wanting to have the goblin scarecrow built, with them wandering so close to the back of the inn. It's also just a short trip on the other side of the road here. Oh, there we go. And one of those sneaking, silent yellow fangs. You have to watch those. They will just pop out of the blue there. Bit of a tough fight at this level as well. This one might be a little bit close. Let's see if we can't use some of our abilities. Get those critical hits. Yeah, it was a tougher fight than what I was expecting. Because now that we've leveled up some, that seems to be the kind of the status quo in most of the MMOs that you play. The first 20 or so levels, you even when monsters are in the yellow and the red, they're not quite as tough as they should be. And then once you get up here, there. Knew we had to have the throw a stone ability somewhere, so I do have my little ranged attack. Very good. But yeah, once you get in the 20s, you notice that the even cons and the yellow cons get much, much harder. Alright, let's see if we can sneak up on this one now. Okay, for some reason our throw a stone ability isn't helping, and that's because we're targeted on the wrong one. If we actually paid attention which one of these our circle was around, it would definitely help, wouldn't it? Alright. That'd get us off to a better start in seeing how much damage we could inflict on him as well. Looks like we're going to be taking about half damage from each one of these fights. So I'm going to head on up here. We're going to sit on the side and rest up a bit and get our morale back up to where it should be. Alright, let's see how more successful we'll be taking out one of these boars here. Go back into stealth. It looks like the boars and the goblins here are placeholders for each other. That one was wandering around in exactly the path that the spear thrower was taking before. Let's see if we can't target the correct one this time. Maybe pick his pocket. Did not burgle anything. Let's put some of that improved sneak speed to use here. Okay, and at that point, since we're right over here, still right at the Forsaken Inn, we're going to make a quick jaunt over to it, since I noticed that my helmet has gone red and is broken now too, to go along with the broken sleeves that I've been wearing for the last 3 or 4 weeks now. So let's just hop in there right quick, sell off some of the vendor trash, and do a quick repair job on our armor here. There you go. As you see, our little paper doll has disappeared. And since we're here at the Forsaken Inn, we're going to take a look at the bulletin board right quick. Let's see. Cracked beaks. These are all the different things you can get. Blackened fur, broken wooden maces, blackened skin, blackened sword sheaths, dusky wings. So those are the tasks that you can do, the items that you can collect off, and once again, either sell back to the vendors or trade in for faction. So, but since we are much more interested in trading back to the vendors at this point, I haven't noticed the vagabond sitting around the pickle barrel before. Since we're much more interested in money than in faction right now, because seriously, killing the stuff gives you faction. Handing in quests is going to give us faction with just about everybody out here. So I'm not that interested in making it rise that quickly. Later on, some of these places like Moria, it could be something more of a pain to actually raise faction. The stone there doesn't do much damage, but you know, just having it there and being able to attack him when he's got me netted down is good for just morale purposes, nothing else. Once again, all of them are taking us down to just about halfway, which is something definitely want to keep an eye on. Once again, would not want to get attacked by like more than one of these at once. Amazing. We have goblins this close and right here in the backyard of the Forsaken Inn. Yes, I will continue trying to burgle them, because after all, I am a burglar. It's professional pride, you understand. Alright, one more goblin, and I thought I saw one wandering around right down here in the gully. There we go. Another spear thrower. Oh, I didn't realize I was this close. Welcome to level 22. And finished off the Goblin Exiles at the same time. So, let's go in and turn that one in since we're right here. You notice that the boar suddenly turned white on us too. it looks like we've evened out the odds a little bit here in the Lone Lands. Let's go see what Anlaf has to say about the Goblin Exiles. It's been so long since we actually had this quest, let's take a look at what it was he said. Pay no mind to the name of the inn. Not all who pass here never return. Only ones that stray too far off the road and find themselves in the clutches of them goblins. Plenty-handed creatures deserving of a good beating, those goblins. You're an able-bodied sort. Why don't you go show those brutes they're not wanted here? The lands around the inn are just crawling with them. People scare easily, you see. With the goblins creeping all around the ruins and so close to the inn, I'm destined to use the wood fallen from the roof to bar the doors unless someone gives me a hand. You'll find goblins on the fields of Analos, and a good number of them have established a foothold in the old ruins of Minas Irial in the southeast. So let him know we have killed off some of the goblins that have been troubling him.
It's a solid day.
You've done me a favor, friend, and I feel that I owe you something. I've not much to spare other than a little coin, and that's not worth much this far from me. There are some others here at the inn who might have need of help. You should speak with our server, Leva Dowerbilly. Leva has been working on a scarecrow meant to scare the goblins away. Why not speak with her? You've been a help to me, but you're not willing to leave it at that, are you? And 7 silver. Let's check his other quest. Inn of the Forsaken.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
Quest level 20, Small Fellowship. That's still a little bit too close to our 22 there with a Small Fellowship. We need to be a little more powerful than that. Or have a couple of people with us. I think I'm already doing her Scarecrow, perhaps. Isn't that the one with the Goblin Tabards? Yeah. We're not ready for the Foe of the Goblin Packmaster yet. Let's just finish up some of the ones that we're working on before we start filling up with a whole bunch of extra stuff. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, we also got a chance to pull up another quest. Which one? Fluffing the pillows. Alright. Tabards, Scabards, Noble Deeds, which was the boars, the wolves, and the orc shields. Fluffing the pillows, hoof and crook, and blankets. Alright. Almost all the ones we're working on are actually up there now, so let's go collect some more goblins, shall we? Alright, we've finally got another white hand spear thrower showing up here. Well, let's see if we can take him out. Maybe pick his pocket while we're at it. Alright, we got the Goblin Tabards. We can go turn that into Liva. Or Leva. Silver deposit. I thought it was a... I was thinking that it was a boar over there. Alright, don't see any more over here at the moment. Let's see, there might be a couple right up here, maybe. Looks like a boar. Don't see a goblin. Let's go for the boar. I do love the attention to detail. You see the little flies swarming all around the boar there. Really a neat effect. Even around the dead body, you can see them still swarming. Oops, silent Yellowfang. Let's see if we can sneak up on the sneaker. Well done. It's nice when you can pay them back a little bit of their own currency there. Alrighty, we're gonna head back over to Liva. I think we've pretty much, whoops, another Yellowfang. Not quite so hard now that we got another level on top of it. They're still yellow to us, but not as yellow as they were when we were at 21. Alright, let's head back to the inn and turn in the goblin tabard. See if that's all that she's going to need to build her goblin scarecrows. She stands over here in the corner. I had dreams when I was a wee one. How did I ever come to this sorry state?
Oh, can't you leave me to my misery?
Let's see. We can't read the history of it. Showing quest log. I'm not just a server and maid here at the Forsaken Inn. I'm also a fair hand with needle and thread. At the moment, Anlov has me making a special treat for the goblins of Anulos. I've been trying to finish this terrible little scarecrow for weeks, but there are none here willing to risk their lives against the goblins to bring me what I need to complete it. I have all the pieces I need except cloth from enough goblin tabards to complete the scarecrow. If you are willing, go to the ruins of Minas Iriel to the southeast, or the plains of Anulos, and bring me some tabards from the goblins there so I can finish this dreadful thing. Here are your tablards, my dear.
It's a sorry day.
I have little more to offer you than my thanks. My scarecrow will stand outside the Forsaken Inn as a warning to the goblins of Anulos. They'll think twice when they see that we've made such a mockery of them. Thank you for all you've done, burglar. Alright, so we get a sprig of mugwort, a chunk of white rock salt, chunk of pale brimstone, which are all used in the journeyman recipes. And then we have these as well. Let's see. What are my trade skills again? I am a forester, a prospector, and a tailor. So tailor is the only one that's really going to help me any. Okay. And if I remember right, I think the bounties...
I don't know if you can help me.
See, we can pick it up again and get the tabards once again. Do we have any more goblin things to do? Don't remember, but we'll go ahead and accept it a second time. Let's unlock that, and we will unlock the tabards. What was our other quest? Blankets, hoof and crook, fluffing the pillows, noble deeds, goblin scabbards. Are we still working on that one? Yes, we're still working on that one. Okay. So back out into the wilds. See if we can collect some more items that we can trade in for everybody. almost got enough boars as well. We have got the tusk. Now if we can just get some more feet and leg bones. Okay, Hoof and Crook is over with. Let's see if we can return those to Aranora. I believe she is in the Forsaken Inn as well. Because she was cooking the, making, I guess, pickled boar feet. And perhaps cooking a stew out of the boar bones. Let's see if we can find her. There she is, Aranora. Alright, let's look up, remind ourselves of what her quest said. Old Mugwort does the cooking around here, though he's been in the wild for weeks, but I have some recipes of my own that tickle the fancy of some of the guests. So much so, they bought out all my latest fare. The recent commotion ran off our modest herd of swine, and I need more pork. I need boar feet and leg bones. Though I'll not share with you all my recipes, I will tell you that the marrow from the bones give the soaked feet a richer taste. Once you pull the fur away and cure the feet in salt, you've a tasty treat. You should find boars in the surrounding area northeast among the weather hills. Be careful though, not every foot is good for eating. A Hoof and Crook.
Woe to me.
Oh, these would do nicely. We can pull the marrow from the bones and wrap the peeled feet in marrow and salt. Add a dash of my secret spices, and we'll once again have several helpings of Aranora's boar surprise. You did very well. Take these coins as your payment. Alright, we're getting 5 pints of ale, and let's get some morale potions as well. Those will come in very handy. And that's not a daily, so we're not able to redo that one. I'm going to go over here, visit the shopkeeper right quick, sell back some of the more useless items that we found, and then I think at this point we're going to go back to Candaith and turn in the Cribine eyes and see if he has
What do you
anything that
need?
he wants us to do, or if he will finally be able to tell us where Radagast is located. Okay, we've come to a spot here that I don't think we have seen before. We are right underneath the shadow of Weathertop. There's a small waterfall and a small little pond right over here. And as you see, we have a little hollow, and in the middle of the hollow is a fire pit and 5 logs scattered about it, as if someone was sitting on it. And this right here is the fire, the campsite that Strider and the 4 hobbits made on Weathertop. Unlike the movie shows them being attacked at the very top of Weathertop. That is not where it happened. They were actually in this little hollow down here. And this here is where the Black Riders came over the edge of the hill and attacked them, and where Frodo was stabbed. The attack never happened up there on the top. So that is a little bit of a difference between the movies and the actual story in the book. So we should be getting close to Candaith. Another Cribine here. We don't need any more eyes, but we can definitely do with a few more feathers. There we go. We're almost halfway to where we need to be on the feathers. Candaith's camp should be right over here, somewhere close by. I think, if I remember, straight down there in that little thicket of trees. Take out another sentry. I say I should be able to loot something off of them. here's Candaith's camp. So let us turn in the Crebine eyes to him. And we're going to pull up the quest once more. Read his dialogue. These lands have become much darker in recent days. Since my time wandering in the eastern stretches of the Lone Lands, a dark shadow has flocked down from the sky. Now they patrol the western lands as well as the east in search of something for their unseen masters. I speak of the Crebine, vile creatures with a gift of intelligence greater than they should possess. We must do what we can to thwart their efforts. Kill these vile birds and collect their eyes. It is the only way to ensure that they cannot return the information that they have gathered to their master. You will find them throughout all the western hills. So let us hand in the eyes.
What can I do for you?
Though it seems an ignoble task, I tell you plainly that this was necessary. The Crebine are spies for eyes from afar, and they seek some grand prize here. With all that I've seen in these lands of late, I fear there's some great wheel turning, and I can only hope that our part can slow its progress. Thank you, Gnarlo, for all you have done. Are we still... he wants me to go after the War Master. That is correct. Let's see what other quests he has. Are we actually close? Yeah, 22. That's what we are now, correct? Yes. Preparing for the future. While you trek within Bleak Rift searching for Uzor, be on the lookout for lockboxes or anything that has the appearance of value that the orcs may have stolen. If my hunch of Radagast is correct, then this will prepare you well for the future and the possibility of dealing with a variety of people here in the Lone Lands. I will say nothing more of them now, as they are a private people, and it is not for me to reveal their secrets. You will know what I speak of should you see them, but you keep your search centered around the Bleak Rift. So we're going to be looking for lockboxes while we're looking for Uzor.
Greetings.
The orcs took my bow from me, and while it would not be difficult to make a new one, I am loath to be parted from it. It is very dear to me, for it was passed down from my grandfather to my father, and from my father to me. One of War Master Uzor's archers has surely taken it for his own. Search the vicinity of the Midgewater Pass for archers bearing the mark of the White Hand. If you are truly brave, look too within Bleak Rift to the northwest. I've seen many archers in that place from a fair distance, and one of them might have taken my bow as a spoil of war. Bring caution with you, Gnarlo. Alright. So we've gotten all the quests we can get from Mr. Candaith right now, and we've turned in several as well. So I think we're going to stop there, and when next up we're going to go over and see if we can't find War Master Uzor, Mr. Candaith's bow, and some of the lockboxes over in Bleak Rift. So we'll leave you there. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.